Okay, hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Hello everybody, hello friends, how are you? Voy a hablarles un poco en español, también voy a hablar un poco en ruso para los amigos de Perú, de Latinoamérica que vean este video. Hoy tengo a mi amigo, su nombre es Stani.
Hi man.
Nosotros vamos a hablar en inglés y también en ruso, entonces van a disculparnos para mis amigos que no hablan ruso. Привет, Стани.
Привет.
Сегодня что у нас будет говорить?
Do I need to answer you in English or in Russian?
Ну, на русском.
На русском. Сегодня мы поговорим о русских традициях и немножечко о различиях между русским и испанским языком. Выучим несколько новых фраз и немножко познакомимся друг с другом.
Да. Let's talk in English a little bit also,
Okay.
and also in Russia or
And Spanish also.
well, first of all, we want to talk about ourselves. And a foreign student here, he is a Russian. Well, how we met? Well, we met in the university. Well, can you tell us how was your first impression when you started to study with foreign students? Because you are a Russian, you started university degree in Russia with Russian students, but now you are doing a master program with foreign students. So how was your experience being with foreign students?
Yes, of course. The previous time when I had a bachelor degree in our university in St. Petersburg, I studied in Russian group, and 1 year ago I decided to apply my documents for the international group and master degree, and the first impression was like I'm in a room with many interesting and new open doors for me, because I occurred in a free place with the new people from the whole over the world, and they were so interesting and so different for me. And the first weeks with them, our conversation was really incredible. It was like I opened the whole world. Cool.
For you, who was our mate? Of course, we are not mentioning their names, but who was more interesting for you? For example, we had a guy from Indonesia, from Brazil. Which country I think which of our mates was more interesting for you?
I think that one of the most interesting person for me was Idara.
Yeah, also
this guy was from Nigeria, and he is so emotional and open-minded person.
Yeah, he was like the core of our group. He
Yes.
was talking with everybody, was smiling all
With
the
funny
time.
mood, and he has no restrictions in his character. He was open for everybody. Also, he is a teacher. He is a teacher of English in St. Petersburg. He works here, and this was one of the reasons why did I decide to converse with him more, because I'm a little bit teacher too.
Yeah.
Now I work as a teacher of robotics with children, and it was like a new experience for me. Yeah.
Él es profesor de robótica para los amigos que todavía no siguen la conversación, pero sí es señor de robótica. Я сказал, что ты преподаватель робототехники. Ну да. Okay.
Yes.
And now I would like to ask you, because I've been living here for a while, but still I have some questions, maybe I would say. For example, about some stereotypes of Russians.
About stereotypes of Russia. Okay. What do you want to listen to?
For example, is it true that Russians are very superstition people?
Superstition? What do you mean? Try to explain.
if for example, if I said today I saw a black cat, so today it will be not good day.
Yes, that's right. This is our tradition. If you see in front of you on your road the black cat who crosses the road, this is the sign that in this day you will have an unluckiness.
Oh no.
Yeah. And sometimes it works.
Just recently the waitress got this for us. Stanley, can you explain us what it is?
This is Russian. This is not Russian. This is American kitchen. Yeah, these are burgers with shrimps and vegetables. Because now me and Ray are situated in a beautiful restaurant of food that cooked with vape. Yeah.
So I got one question. I was searching the other day. I can read it. The Russians have beers as pets?
As pets? No. Russian don't have beers as pets. Also, this is a wrong stereotype that beers are free in our streets and they walk here like dogs
they
or
go to
cats.
school.
No. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. They are also the simple animals that live in the forest and they don't live in cities and also in villages. It's prohibited because they are so dangerous for people. Yeah.
Okay, we will just finish to eat and then we start continue our conversation. Just we will cut for now.
We start after some minutes, guys.
Okay, bueno amigos, vamos a continuar. Well, we want to continue about our interview, such interview with video or video blog. Well, now we have a kissing. So me and Stanley, we were talking about some cultural aspects of Russia.
Really nice idea.
Yes, now we stopped talking about our mates, our classmates. So now we will start talking about our first impressions. How was your first impression as a Russian student when you met us? For example, to me, what
did I think about the original country? To be honest, I was trying to guess what was the original country of Ray because I've never met people before from Peru. I met people from India, so it was not a surprise for me. Like when I met Bimani the first time, and also I knew that we had a new student from India. But when I met my new group from at the beginning of the September 1 year ago, I met Ray and it was really a surprise. I was going to guess what was the original country of Ray, and I have many attempts to guess what was it. First time I thought that he is from Argentina because this is the Latin America and most of the people most of the people from there are similar with their appearance, but when I hear the information about that Ray is from Peru, I was so wondered because I've never met guys from that country and it was like another world for me.
And Bimani, how was your first impression when first time you came here to Russia?
For me it's really wonderful because when I was in India, my university directly offered me that you are selected for the student exchange program. So at that time I'm very happy that I am going to Russia. That's why they said that we choose the St. Petersburg Electrotechnical University, and after really good impression on my head because St. Petersburg is really historical city. So it's like one of my wonderful moments at the time, and really I'm enjoying here. People are here too friendly. Really I like it.
Did you like the interaction between among, for example, we are foreign students?
Yes, correctly.
Among many foreign students, we have met from Syria, from Brazil,
Russia, France.
friends that the guys came. How was your first impression? I mean, did you like it being amongst the foreign students?
Yeah. really like, because when you are living in the international culture, you get the chance to know every country's person. You get chance to interact with the different cultures, how they are living, how they are thinking, what they are eating. Means you can find too many aspects of the life.
Yeah.
So how means suppose some people are coming from the Europe, so you get chance to interact with the European people, and some people are coming from the Asian region, you get chance to interact with the Asians. Some are coming from the China, Japan. They have different means they are looking different. How they are not it's matter of the looking, but it's matter of the thinking, how they are thinking.
Yeah, it's
Also, I am wondering that some Americans are here. It's really good matter. Let's say that people are uniting here.
for me the impression the cultural shock was for me too, because in my region people we look the same, like I mean
Yes.
the color of the
Yeah,
skin
people-
is the same, but when I came here so many white people around me. I think you happened to you.
Yes. People who are living downwards the south, who are heading to the south, their look is little bit similar. Like you are looking like me little bit,
Yeah.
and who are living in the climate is really good, chill and cold. Their skin is really little bit white. So it's
You went to
depend on
Taiwan. Also, I think you had the same experience because you're.
Of course, the last month I was in Taiwan. This was my first time in Asia, absolutely, and most of the people there were so wondered about the European people who occurred in the country. It was like an experience for Soviet Union when our country was broken, and many foreigners who wanted to visit Soviet Union came here, especially black people from Africa, and it was really so, it was like a big surprise for simple Soviet Union people, because they have never been abroad and they have never seen such nations. Yeah, just in pictures. And it was really wondering. And when I was in Taiwan, it was the same, because most of the people really wanted to take a photo with you, or just to touch your skin, your hands. Yes, so it's cool.
Yeah. For example, when I was here in Russia, when I said I'm from Peru, Latin America, the first thing that they think Russian, especially the girls, said, that's good, so you dance salsa, you know bachata.
Yes, we know.
And I said, no, unfortunately, I don't like dance, but it's the first impression of the Russian girls. What about you? What was the first time when you said that I'm from India, what usually Russian can think they do?
Yeah, when I came, because of the India and Russia was really good bonding to each other from the 1950 or 1960. That time we are like old friends. So every day we are bonding our friendships. So even I heard that too many Russians are crazy about the Indian cultures. So I saw too many people in St. Petersburg. They are learning yoga, meditation. They are being Indians for the Indian cultures. Even some Indians are here who are made with some good Russian wives. So it's like really good bonding I see here.
So, yes. To be honest, Russia is one of the most multinational countries in the world, and here are many nations. In Russia, for example, I'm half Russian and half of Belarusian, and my parents met in Soviet Union because it was the most multinational country in the world ever. And this is now, it's not a surprise when people meet people with another religions, another views on their life. It's okay for Russians. It's not a problem. We are tolerant.
Also, I would like to mention that not all the Russians are white like my body. or blonde. It depends on the region. Russians look like Chinese.
Yes. Most of the people from the east part of Russia, they look like Chinese because of the blood mix in the ancient times, and most of the nations that live in Siberia, especially, they are so similar to Chinese or Mongolian nations.
Yes. Wow, as you can see, guys, it's many races. It's not just because Russia is huge.
So we're tolerant, and you shouldn't be afraid of coming to Russia because it's not dangerous for you. We are open for foreign guys. And also, what about coming to Russia? What about vacations? We Russians also can have a rest during, for example, our summer vacations, and most of the people also come abroad. For example, about our St. Petersburg city. Most of the people here like to spend their free time in Europe because it's so close to Finland or Estonia or Eastern Europe. And about people who live in east part of Russia, it's so popular for them to come to have a rest in India, for example, in Thailand, in Vietnam, or in the south coast of China. So, as our country is so wide, most of the people from different regions of Russia prefer to have a rest in different places. But Peru is so far from Russia, and I hope that once upon a time in the future I will visit that place too. Yeah, that's right, it's so expensive.
Yeah, so we can visit, so I hope Peruvians also can visit as well, Indians in Russia. I think what's the good time or best time to visit Russia? Is it cold always Russia?
No, absolutely not. This is a stereotype that in Russia is the coldest temperature in the world. No, especially, how to say it, the most minimum temperature in the world was indicated in the city Oymyakon, which is situated in the Siberia in Russia. But to be honest with you, Russia is the biggest country in the world, and many regions here are so prepared for your climate. They are similar a little bit. For example, the south regions of Russia, they are not so cold, and during the summer the average temperature there is I think 40 degrees above zero. What about our city, St. Petersburg? We have sea climate because our city is situated in the coast of the Baltic Sea, and here we have an Atlantic weather, like in Great Britain or in Sweden or in Norway. Really, most of the days here in Russia we have a rainy weather, but about temperature, it's not so cold. The average temperature of the winter is like -5 degrees below zero.
Yeah, how was for you the first winter here in Russia?
Yeah, when I came in that time, I came in last September. The time weather is little bit chill, not that much of. So September is good for me. Then after I see the real beauty of the St. Petersburg, in October and November, the temperature is goes down -2 hours. Now in first 2 months, like October and November is little bit chill for me. And after I matched with the system, means in December, January, and February, I feel like I'm the Russian. So this is temperature for me. It's really best suited for me now. Now chill is not problematic for me.
Yeah, I think it becomes a problem or issue when the temperature is -40, -70. When your clothes don't really protect you, I feel cold when I.
But one thing is that you just need to match with the temperature system. It's generally took 2 months, sometimes 1 month. You match with the system, everything is fine for you.
Yeah, it's very important when you want to go outside, check your phone, your telephone, and see
what is the
temperature and the weather, yes.
If today will rain or not.
Not snow or not.
You guys absolutely are right, because Russian people always say that there is no bad weather outside. There is just bad clothes. So if there is cold outside, you just need to wear warm clothes and everything will be good.
Yeah, so foreigners, if you want to visit Russia in winter, just be prepared, get good clothes, or you can buy here.
They are free here, so you can come to Russia, for example, and buy it here or buy it at home and bring it with your bag.
But I prefer, I think, visit Russia, especially St. Petersburg in summer.
In summer, yes. The best way to visit St. Petersburg is summer because the average temperature is, I think, 15 degrees above zero, and this is an appropriate weather for foreigners. We have also white nights.
July, I think.
Yeah.
Where we?
Not July, June.
June and July.
June, yes,
That's
June month.
crazy. It was difficult for me to sleep because it was why.
This is the unbelievable phenomenon for northern climate, for northern cities, because during the night sun goes down, but it doesn't matter because the sky stays like
looks like the day,
like the evening of simple spring day in Russia. Yeah. It's not dark and it's not like, it's in something like intermediate, and sometimes for foreigners, not just from the other countries, from abroad, also for Russian people from another regions, also the same. It's really difficult to sleep during the night.
Yeah. Well, now also we would like to talk about what are the very important days, like holidays for Russians.
Yeah, of course, Russian people have a rest not only during the summer vacations or winter vacations. We also have special days when we celebrate something. For example, one of the most famous days are Happy New Year, our birthdays, and for example, we have our Russian traditional days, the day when we meet spring, when we are waiting for her. It calls Maslenitsa. Maslenitsa, yes. During this day, many of the people cook cakes in their homes, meet together with their family and eat so much tasty food, and also they make a figure from the sticks and the trash, and this is the symbol of the winter, and they burn it and make circles around it like in ancient times. This is the ancient tradition of people when they burn the winter and they are calling for spring.
Wow. That for me, the most interesting celebration was the Christmas.
Christmas
celebration. I think also for you, it was a surprise. Also for me, we celebrate as maybe Western style countries.
Yeah, because this Christmas was first time for me, because in India I am living in some part of the Hinduism, there is no Christians, so I didn't celebrate any Christmas, but I celebrate here first Christmas, and really it's wonderful and auspicious for me. Like on 31st it was the fireworks near Nevsky, really good. In St. Petersburg shows his beauty is really wonderful.
And the metro was open the whole night, most of the people didn't sleep this night.
Yeah, well, also I would like to speak about our career, what we are studying here in Russia, what we're studying.
During the bachelor degree, I studied in another group with Russian students, control systems and robotics, and during the master degree, me and guys, we're continuing this education, and most of our time we spent with studying the information about the stability of different linear or non-linear systems, different electrical engines,
Yes.
and motors, electrical motors. Yes.
What else?
Then Raspberry Pi and it means different type of controllers we are studying.
So we are doing a master in automation and mechatronics. So it means
Electronics, yeah. Most of the time we studied the scientific how to say subjects, yeah, disciplines.
too much mathematics. That was crazy last semester.
Yeah, too much mathematics. Yes,
Couldn't
he's
memorize
absolutely right.
all the questions. Was so difficult to answer, especially the professor. Right?
Especially,
Because
absolutely.
control theory is totally based on mathematical models. So mathematics, then control system is a little bit easy for you.
This is a disadvantage of our studying because, as I understood, my foreign classmates, as Vimani or Ray, they prefer to practice, to make their researchers in practice, and it's really better. Firstly, we need to study scientific subject, and then to apply our knowledges in practice. And this is a disadvantage of our education because we have never apply our knowledge in practice. But I hope that in future, during our job, our work, we will apply it.
No, we are not complaining about the education. Yeah, but it seems that the master is a little bit wide because it requires many subjects, mathematics, robotics, microcontrollers, many stuff.
We will be really professionals after our study, and I think this is the best way to win women heart. And Ray, tell me please, what do you think about Russian women, Russian girls?
I don't know. It's when the first time when I came here in St. Petersburg, I was so surprised. I was every time looking around me. Wow, it's so beautiful. I was seeing them for a long time, just not looking the first time, just looking all time as usual. Every day was for me, the first days I was really shocked. Wow, so beautiful, get coffee, interviews, even the secretaries of the university.
Yes. We also have beautiful girls in our university. Despite the fact that we study in electrotechnical and especially man university.
No, that's
Yeah.
What about you, Viman?
yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, we know that Russian girls are very beautiful. But also one thing is remarkable that when you fall in love with the Russian girl, definitely she loves you lots and loves to you. Means she gives you one type of bending. She never let you go.
It's real.
Let it go.
Means when you fall in love with the Russian girls, you will found the close bonding with each other. Real, I'm talking about the real love. She will going towards a marriage and in future chances we will
If
good
he says
chances.
I love you, it's forever.
No, I don't think so because there are many breaks of our marriages in St. Petersburg. Our real an official statistic tells us that half of the whole marriages in St. Petersburg break down after
Get divorced.
2 years.
Means it's totally depend on each other in understanding. Means your understanding is good for each other, then your relation will be continued. If you're not understanding to each other, then maybe it's going towards the divorce.
Yeah, divorce.
What would you like to recommend to foreigners that they want to hang out with Russian girls?
For the Russian girls? I think that you just it's so simple and I think that. Like in most of the countries, you need to be polite. You need to you pay your attention to care about her. Maybe make some presents, but not so big. Be polite and just meet with her in a good restaurant, in a good place with a good atmosphere, and take care of her. That's all. Perfect ending of our interview.
Yeah, I hope guys you can enjoy. Do you like to say something?
Yeah, something, because I am welcoming everyone to St. Petersburg and Russia, because St. Petersburg is like a center part of the Russia and the Europe. If you come to the St. Petersburg, you have chance to visit Moscow, St. Petersburg, some nearest city of the St. Petersburg, as well as Finland, Poland, then after Lithuania, Estonia. All are the real closest country towards near to the St. Petersburg. So come to St. Petersburg. Even the Russian visa is very easy to get from every country. Some countries have on arrival visa to come to Russia. So most welcome to St. Petersburg. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for Peruvians also, we don't need visa process to just to do a tourist here in St. Petersburg. As a student, yeah, for work, yeah, you need a visa, but it's free for many Latin American countries, I guess. Yeah, so would you like to say something before we sign off?
I will glad to meet with each other who want to visit Russia and especially St. Petersburg, because this is a historical city with its own history, and this is a really European city. Come here and see everything by yourself.
Okay, thank you guys. We are ending for today. If you like that video, okay, please just tell us. And if you would like to know more about our cultural aspect of where we are living now, it's in Russia, St. Petersburg. We are doing a master's degree on the university, so just let us know. So thank you so much.
Like, comment and share. Bye bye.
Bye.